All right, man. As we go to week six of football, I'm telling you now, listen, last week kind of scared the NFL watching what the Houston Texans did to the Detroit Lions. Now, some of y'all going to say, Coach, it's the Detroit Lions. Anybody can do that to the Detroit Lions. Yeah, all right. Then if you feel that way, then you hop your ass in the league and come be over here and see how that thing go for you over there, over there. I don't care what team it was. Last week was a statement, and if you don't think it was, then you not clearly paying attention to the kid right now. Grown is going crazy in the NFL through the first 6 weeks of football right now. Pay attention. 130.2 QBR. 20-8 right now, 15 sacks. We don't like the sack percentage, but just last week I showed you he was 68%. What did that man do? Go out there and go up 2% on his completion percentage. You put the challenge, we challenging him all the time. His coaches challenge him. They challenge him all the time to do something better. Show us something we ain't seen before. Show us something. Show us something we ain't seen before. He just go out there and have 156.2 QBR, 514 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, only was sacked once. And see, y'all forgot the week before that, he gave y'all 4 carries for 107 yards, 26.8 yards a carry, and a touchdown in last week's game. Not only that, he also threw for 439 yards. As you can see, 2, 1, 4, right, on the interception tip. We challenged him after that 4 touchdown, 4 interception performance right here to not do it again. So far, he's living up to the live to. But what y'all don't understand, and what I hope y'all should start to understand, that this is the NFL. And those guys that are coming to Houston this week, them cheesehead, the Ghost and Lombardi, on their way to Houston to take on the two-step Texans, baby. And they not coming lightly either right now, man. See, remember, Coach Prime's message to Shador, Coach Lewis's message to Shador has been respect the players in your competition, respect your competition, and it's while you're trying to dominate your competition. Like, listen, you have to know who your opponent, and that man is locked in right now. And his opponents this week in the secondary is a really good one. So let's take a look at it. First of all, let's go on the defensive side. When you go to their roster right away, the best player on the team is the 36 million cap penalty guy, Jair Alexander. Whew. He hasn't faced a corner like this all season long thus far. But before we get to the corner play, we got to look at what's coming off the edge. All right, so they got LSU's Ali Gay. Backing him up is Jerry Tillery. Joshua Pryor from Bowie State. You know, he knows a little bit about him. They came from out of HBCU at the same time. But Devin Wyatt is here too, that could play D tackle, or he can play defense end, depending on if they go 3-4 or not. Now, our center is going to have a long day with Kenny Clark, right? Tyler Davis, the rookie from out of Clemson, is going to get a lot of play in this ball game too. So they got some big boys and big meat, no homo up front. We got to watch out for. At the linebacker level, Rashawn Gary gets to the quarterback in the worst way, right? This is a stud. At middle linebacker, you're looking at Devondre Campbell, a veteran. At 31, you cannot sleep on a veteran, right? He's definitely going to play at a high level. Quay Walker is up and coming from out of Georgia, and Isaiah McDuffie has the speed. All right, Iku Leote, right? This is the pick on point in our mind, right? He's going to get the start today, but you got the veteran Preston Smith, who's still, still giving these Green Bay Packers some good football play right now, and at the cornerback level. And this is where things get crazy at, because this secondary is a really good one, leading by probably one of the best, if not definitely top 3 corner in the league in Jair Alexander. But Eric Stokes is up and coming too with the speed. 95 speed, so he's running a 4.3, 4.2 guy. Riley Ross that comes out of Iowa. He's a very, very good technique corner, right? And he got the speed that you don't think he has, right? He's a 4.4, 4.3, low 4.4 guy. Let's put it that way, right? 93 speed. His acceleration is really good. Nick Jones 1 year in, and Isaiah Brown 3 years in. So you're looking at some really good corners. They look like they can go 3 deep at the cornerback position. At safety, you got shut down. Darnell Savage is sitting at free safety. He's a dog. All right, Corey Collier, the rookie from out of Nebraska, is here. And then you're looking at Adrian Amos. Now, all these superstars in the secondary. All right, rookie Rashad Wisdom is also back here too. But now you're looking at all these rookies in the secondary. I mean, all these special players in the secondary, right? All pro Adrian Amos, all pro Darnell Savage, all world Jair Alexander. You're looking at one of the best top three corners in the world right here, right? And you got good pass rushing. So they balanced on defense. When I say this week is Shador's biggest challenge and Sean Lewis's biggest challenge, they're going to get to work. And they've been in the film room working right now, right? You got to have an idea of who you playing. You got to know who Jair Alexander is. You got to know who your opponents is. Offensively, Coach Kelly has his hands full. Now, Aiden Connell had a really good season last year. He came out of nowhere, and he took the starting job for after Aaron Rodgers retired or slid out of here. But look what he did last year. As a rookie, this man threw for 5,000 yards, 49 touchdowns versus 16 picks, and he was 73 completion percentage on his year, right? He has 67 right now, 12 touchdowns and 4 INTs. So we seeing a lot of young gunslingers going on, but you can't be that type of gunslinger without having the weapons around you, right? So in the backfield, superstar Aaron Jones, all pro. They also got Zach Charbonnet, one of the top 3 running backs to come out of the 2023 draft. J.K. Dobbins is on this roster, and Israel, we call him Izzy, right? IAB, that's what we call him, right? And he's on this roster as well. So they are loaded. We know about him because we had him on our team last year to help out in the run game. This kid, mark my word, this kid will be a starter in the next year or two. So you're looking at one of the deepest running back rooms we faced thus far outside of Tennessee with King Henry and the boys they had over there. All right. But right now, this is the deepest running back room we've seen thus far. Now, you're looking at the receiver position. In his second year, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Rack him up. This guy is definitely an all-pros pro type guy. He lived up to the bill, right? He came out year 190 catches for 246 yards and 18 touchdowns. I mean, to me, he played Pro Bowl type of football, and yes, sir. So now you got, in his second year, Pro Bowler, Jackson Smith-Njigba. They got another speed demon in Kristen Watson sitting right here. They got a slot demon in Jordan Whittington. I know he's a diaper dandy, but Aguilar's here to help out the veteran. And then Romeo Dobbs is still developing into something. This receiving room is really solid. You're not playing a bunch of young, terrible talent. You got Robert Tonyan, and he's going to mentor Thomas Fedone from Nebraska. Now we know all about him. We know what he can do. We know we got film study on him because we played him. He was our rival. Colorado's rival is Nebraska. All right, now let's look what they're dealing with up front. They got one of the best left tackles in the league, still playing. All right, Elton Jenkins is the dog. At center, Henry Miller, right, from Ohio State. He's in his second year. Isaac Seumalo from Philadelphia goes there, 30 years old. Oh, man. 80 overall. And then right tackle, Zion Nelson. Dog, right? We know who he is, too. And he's sitting there at the right tackle position. They got Bram Walden and Diaper Dandy right behind him. So they are loaded with talent all over here. But if there's anything we want to attack, it's going to be Zion Nelson. We want to attack him and their center this week, Henry Miller. All right? So that's where our pick on points is when we're on offense. We want to be able to get these guys trapped up and tear them up, run at them, and run at them, and run at them. It's going to be heavy running this week because of what they got in their secondary. All right? And if Shador did his homework right, he'll better do what he got to do in the passing game. So up next, Packers, Houston Texans. With that being said, we'll be back for some of the interviews out of Houston, while we in, the local media be in the room talking to some of these players and things to see what's going on.